Namaste guys and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my first unboxing. So this sale, that is Lockthebox sale, a wholesale which was organized by Booktuber, and it was here in Indore, my city, from 13 to 15 July, and I went there on the 13th of July and I bought quite a lot of books. So basically the sale was a wholesale and that's why the books were quite cheap. Actually, you don't have to pay for the books you are buying, but you have to buy a box. There were like 3 or 4 types of boxes there, and each box cost differently. I bought the biggest box from them, that is, I think that my price about 2500 I got for that box, and that is, you can fill up that box up to where it have to be flat. You can fill everything in this box, any book, any of any weightage, and that will be yours, but the box have to close and the books should be flat. So yes, I bought the 2500 one box, and here is the box and it's quite heavy. So I am going to be doing my first unboxing here today. I'm not sure how to say this, but even if for a wholesale thing, a wholesale book sale, but there were not many options there for picking up a book. They actually dispersed all the books on different departments, like it was a big garden and the displaced books, and they were displayed randomly. It was quite hard to find a book that you want to have, as it was not distributed accordingly, like according to genre categories. Even though they were like, they have posted there that this is young adult section, this is literature and fiction, but you can find another books, another genre's book in that section, and the books that you want was not there. Of course, that sale included only English authors, but most were romance ones and contemporary, and I'm not a romance or contemporary person to read, so it was quite difficult for me to hunt a book that I wanted to read. So most of the books here are going to be romance novels, but I did find some fantasy and adventure books, but again the same problem. Usually fantasy and different books comes into series, then I got one book, then I have to hunt for another book. But if I ask their volunteers that they can find me another book in the series, they were like, they keep on changing the books, like there is section of the books, and as soon as that section is empty or even a little is empty, there's a boxes displayed under the table. They took out another books from those boxes randomly again and placed them on the empty spots on the table. So without further ado, let's head over to our unbox. So the first book that I got is Switched by Amanda Hawkins. I actually read the blurb and I liked it, and it has a pretty cover page, and I've actually read a book from Amanda Hawkins which was released in 2017, but I am forgetting the name. So yes, I have read from her thought, and that's why I thought of buying this book. The next book I got is this Doll Bones from Holy Black. It is in a hardcover and it is actually a new book. Usually those of the books that I bought are second-hand books. This book is about 3 friends who like to play the games, usually children's play of mermaids and everything, but one time they all dream about a queen, a girl who is chained, and she is not having rest her soul, so they reach out to her and try to have her soul rest, but that didn't work and things happen. I haven't read this, of course. So yeah, this was the second book that I got. That's Doll Bones by Holy Black. Next one is The Reader of Broken Bin Recommend, and it is by Katrina Bavild. This book is about a girl, Sarah, who left at the age of 20 to Sweden, and she packed all her books and everything and moved to a village. That village was in a severe need of a book shop or book library, so she goes on and buy a little broken library and sets on to bring some books in that village. I quite like the concept of this book and I'm quite excited to read this book. Now, This book, The Host by Stephanie Meyer, is a book that I wanted from so long time, and I got it there, and so I bought it. The next one is The Queen of the Four Kingdom, and this book is by an actual princess, and her name is Princess Michael of Kent. I like historical fiction, so I picked this book, and this book is quite a feminist kind of thing, that a queen is king of four kingdoms, and yes, I like that book, so I have it. This beautiful book that is The Winter Ghost by Kate Moss. This book is basically about a guy who was meant to have a simple accident, and he takes a refuge in a village where this is a motel, and he meets there a captivating woman and talks on and on about different things. And later things happen. I don't know who is the ghost or anything, but I quite like the blurb, and this cover page is also quite good, so I pick up this book. Again, the next one is with a beautiful cover page, and that is Fragile Eternity by Melissa Marr. I think I've heard the author's name before, but I don't remember it. If you have any of her books, please do tell me in the comment section. So this book is basically about a girl who never thought she could be anything anymore as usual, but her life changes and a guy, stole her soul and make her to rule the fairies and other creatures, which was challenging for her. But the thing that made me buy this book was this little sticker on here which says compulsive enough to give Twilight a run for its money. I don't know why they read that, and I'm quite excited to read this book because of the sticker mainly, and I want to know if that's true or not. Geek Girl by Holly Smalley. So this girl is basically about a geek girl who wants to change into a chick. The blurb is quite catchy, and I have heard so many good things about this book, and I think this book has a series of its own. So yeah, I pick up this book. This one is a book that I wanted to read, but after I bought this, I got to know that this book is also a series, and I've only the first book in the series, and it's quite frustrating. So this book is Insatiable by Mac Cabot. I have read so many other books of Mac Cabot, and I actually like her book, and they are hilarious, witty, and they have some kind of magic in them that I want to read her books more and more. It's about a girl named Mina Harp who can read others' life or mind, but she can't read hers own. But when she meets Lucian, a guy who accidentally stumbled upon her doorsteps, get to know that she can't even read his also, and she instantly got attracted to him. But those things happen, and suddenly a whole vampire clan is after him. So she thought that maybe she chose the wrong person to love. And this blurb is quite exciting. Again, the cover page is awesome, and I think I would need to buy the other books in the series on my own again, because frankly Amazon is quite expensive also. The book that I bought is her Frozen Heart by Lulu Taylor. So this book is again a contemporary one, but it is of the wartime, and it's going to about unsuccessful marriage and her children, how she managed her children during a wartime. I don't usually read this kind of books, but yeah, I bought it, so I'm going to read it anytime soon. So this is the book. Another book that I bought is historical fiction and also a big historical fiction. So this one is The White Queen by Philippia Georgi. Please don't mind, my dog is here sitting, and he's like playing and getting excited seeing me on the camera, and he wants to come here, but I don't want him to come here because I know as soon as he steps here he's going to destroy everything. This book is The White Queen by Philippia George. This again is about a queen, a princess who how becomes a queen and everything, so I'm not going to go into much detail over it. The next book that I bought is The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Pillar. This book seems quite a promising one. I'll read the blurb for you, that is, I'll tell you what happened because it will be a good way to introduce my brother. His name is Simon. I think you're going to like him. I really do. But in a couple of pages, he'll die. And he was never the same after that. What does that mean? He's going to die, but he's not going to be same after that. This book is, I think, is going to be a mystery one and a supernatural one. And again, the cover page is awesome. What She Left by T.R. Richmond. I think this is going to be a mystery one, as this is about a girl who drowns mysteriously and everyone's is like, picking up the pieces to know what she left and where she drowned. It's like a mystery to it, and I don't know why I'm thinking it's going to be like a 13 reasons why. I haven't read that book, I haven't seen this Netflix series, but I do know the blurb, and I don't know why my mind is keep on connecting this two books together. Let's see what it's going to be about. Oh, he's finally here. He doesn't want to leave me, and he's here. Have a look. Hey. His name is Oreo. He's a Labrador, and he likes to mess with me. Next book is, I think you might all be familiar with this book. This book also had a movie adaptation that I seriously love. So the book is Ink Heart by Caroline Funke. So this book is about Maggie, who is a book lover, and so her father Mo, who is also a book lover, but he never read aloud to her because her mother disappears suddenly. My dog is again here. So yeah, things happen. She got to know that they can't write book and speak aloud, and then the book's going to become a reality, and that happened. Oh, I think this is going to be without him. He wants to be in here so much, so please bear with me for that. Are the hardbacks of Jodi Picoult, that are The Storyteller and Sing You Home. I have read Jodi Picoult's Sister's Keeper, and I quite like that book. So yeah, why not buy this book? And they are also hardcover, so that was a steal deal. Books, or I should say the series I bought the series or the books I wanted to have for so long, but they were quite expensive everywhere. But yeah, I got them after so much of hunting. First, I got the one book in the series, and I was like asking volunteers and everyone that where can I get another two books. They were like, oh, I have seen the book somewhere else, but they didn't know where. After 1 hour, I found the books after hunting so much. So yeah, that was literally exhausting and a frustrating thing to hunt every book. Series is, I don't know what the series is called, but The Shiver, Linger and Forever by Maggie Wetter. I love this series. This series basically involves wolves. I quite a lot read werewolf stories, and I'm pretty excited about this book. So yeah, and they have quite a good cover pages. And again, I am a cover page lover. The two books, which are again separate series, and they are quite well known by age, and I'm so frustrated still now that I didn't find any books in the series except for the one book 1 in both the series. So the first book is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, and that is the book 1. I wanted this book for so long, and when I found it there, I didn't find any other books. I was so angry and frustrated even after searching for 2 hours and going again and again to the same section, thinking that oh, they might have placed them from the box hidden under the table, but they didn't. So yeah, this book is again Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, and then I would have to buy them from Amazon, where it is quite expensive for me. I'm not saying for all, but for me. So yeah, and the second book is The Raven Boys, again by Maggie Wetter. Sorry if I'm pronouncing her last name wrong. So yeah, I wanted to read this book again for so long, and the first book only cost 5 to 600 on Amazon, so I was not so much flexible to buy this book. But yeah, I got again the first book only in the series, and it's really frustrating. See, all the books that I got in are adult or YA or fiction fantasy sections, but still my box was not flat, and I could use some literally 10 books, and no books in the other Y or another sections were literally things you have to go for children books. So here are some children books that I bought. They're like 4 to 5 books. Basically, this like this pocket ones for children to learn rhyming on everything. This is a diary, and this diary is beautiful. And my mother found everything. Every children book is what my mother found. So this one is a Frozen inspired book, and this one is Monster Faces one. It's again a children rhyme kind of books. The Runaway Train, How to Bees Makes Honey, and this one Lady and the Tramp. This Curious George Opposites one, and the last one is Beauty and the Beast. A whole haul, and it's my first time that I bought so many books, and I'm quite excited from them to read that, and at the same time frustrated that I got most of the books, most of the series that I want to read the first book only. So yeah, tell me if you have read any of the books, and do you like my haul? I know it's pretty much long. I've never filmed a haul before, or like an unboxing, so please tell me if I was good or not. Till the next video.